Welcome back to the Esports JuiceBox, where we break down this week's esports news into digestible sizes for your easy consumption. In this episode, we will discuss the final results of the Swiss stage from Worlds 2023, preview interesting matchups for the knockouts, talk about Saudi's plans for an annual esports tournament, and the latest Counter-Strike roster moves and rumors. The Swiss stage concluded on Sunday with 8 teams moving on to the knockout stage. This year, the Swiss stage winners consist of 4 teams from the LPL, 3 teams from the LCK, and 1 team from the LCS. Out of all the teams that qualified, NRG from North America is definitely a shocker, as the region is deemed the worst region in competitive League of Legends history due to its major tournament losses. Since 2012, Cena is the only North American team that has even come close to the World's quarterfinals. To secure their spot in the knockout stage, NRG triumphed over G2, the #1 seed from Europe and arguably the best international team, with a clean 2-0 sweep. This victory was unanimous, as G2 was simply outmatched in every role. In Game 1 of the series, NRG's jungler Contracts and mid laner Palafox played perhaps the best game of their careers, demolishing G2 with incredible cross-mic plays,
Gatsby can't live. Hans can't stop him. The loyal, the unwavering, the faithful shall be rewarded. It is an ace for one. Nobody thought they'd win LCS. Nobody thought they'd beat G2. It's time to change your minds. Energy, win the game, defeat G2, and go to the quarter-finals.
Now, let us move on to the knockouts. Here are the standings of the teams that made it to the knockout stage. In the knockout stage, games will be decided in best of fives. The knockout consists of 3 stages: the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals, which will determine this year's world's champion. For all the K-pop fans, the international sensation New Jeans has been confirmed to perform the 2023 World's Anthem at the finals opening ceremony. Fans have also speculated the fictional boy band Heartsteel, which consists of league champions, will also perform their debut Paranoia live in the finals. For the matchups in the quarterfinals, I'm most looking forward to the games between JDG and KT. The series is definitely a make or break for JDG, as they are on the verge of completing the Golden Road, and their opponent, KT, is not one to be underestimated, as they are especially good at extending games past 40 minutes and claiming victories from behind. Another series to watch out for is the matchup between RNG and T1. As both second seeds from their regions, this is definitely a war between giants, as both teams are evenly matched. However, I believe the odds will be favored towards LNG, as the team is known for their early game dominance. T1, on the other hand, has struggled in the early game in almost all the games they played this year, despite being on blue or red side. On another note, Saudi Arabia has big plans for esports. Last Monday, Saudi's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman declared to the media that the country will be launching an annual esports tournament with the largest prize pool in esports history starting next summer in 2024. This is great news for all professional gamers worldwide, as the announcement will certainly increase the prize pool for all esports tournaments in the foreseeable future. To all the league fans, make sure to tune in to the knockouts starting this Thursday.
Now moving on to Counter-Strike. Rostermania is underway, with roster changes and rumors galore. Also, 2 smaller tournaments are currently underway, with the Rubet Cup and the Thunder Pick World Championships. This period of roster upheaval was expected, following IEM Sydney, the first major tournament in CS2. Here are some of the key projected moves and some of the changes to come. First, let's talk about Heroic and the Cadian, Stown, and Yabby controversy, and how Astralis plays into all of this. I don't want to put too much importance on rumors, so I'm going to try to go off what we know for sure, and I will clarify what is rumor and who said what. Now, starting with, on October 4th, Cadian, Star IGL, and Opera for Heroic for the last 4 years was shockingly removed from the roster with little to no explanation other than a, quote, differing visions for the future of the team. This basically took the whole Counter-Strike community by surprise, as Cadian was the heart and soul of the roster, and one of the biggest reasons Heroic has seen the incredible success they have. But just over 4 weeks later, on October 25th, Heroic released a statement announcing the benching of Star Riflers Yabby and Stown. But that's not all. In the statement, Heroic explained that the reasoning for the benching was because Yabby and Stown posed an ultimatum to the organization. Either remove Cadian or we won't re-sign at the end of our contract, which is set to expire in roughly 10 months. Heroic explained that they had to choose between Cadian and the rest of the roster, which is why they had to let go of Cadian. But when Heroic approached Yabby and Stown about the promised extension, Yabby and Stown said that they were already in talks with fellow Danish org and rival Astralis. Due to this snub, the organization benched both Stown and Yabby. In their place, Syra and Krizen from Mouse Next, Mouse's academy team, stepped in as stand-ins. Heroic also signed Dupree until the end of the year after letting go of Cadian. So that's the facts of the situation. Now, here are the rumors. Stown and Yabby seem to reject Heroic's version of the story, with Stown posting the following on his Twitter. Yabby reposts Stown's statement on his own Twitter. What seems strange and seems to contradict Heroic's side of the story is how much praise the 2 players who supposedly orchestrated the removal of Cadian gave Cadian and Yabby, saying the following. In an interview on HLTV's live show, HLTV Confirmed, former Astralis player and analyst Bubsky seriously doubted Heroic's narrative and said that two players could not pose that kind of ultimatum, and implied that the other two members of Heroic, Tessus and Shush, had to be in on the plan to remove Cadian. He theorizes that the team realized that they couldn't win big titles and turned on their leader, following IEM Cologne. Famous and well-respected Counter-Strike journalist Richard Lewis revealed the rumor that Stown and Yabby made this ultimatum with the expectation that it would be rejected, and they could be benched, which could make the move to Astralis easier. However, this is just a rumor, and nobody in either the Heroic camp or the Stown/Yabby camp has confirmed. As it stands, Cadian is rumored to move the Team Liquid, but is stepping in as a stand-in at Heroic for one last dance at the Blast Fall Final. Stown and Yabby's fate is still unknown. This is an ongoing story, where we are missing a lot of the facts from behind the scenes, and there is a lot of speculation and intrigue on what's actually going on. But we'll keep you updated as the information comes in. With that being said, here are some of the moves and rumored moves so far. Two star operas have decided to take a break from competitive Counter-Strike. First, the GOAT of Counter-Strike, Simple, has decided to take a competitive break and has flirted with the idea of a role change from op to rifler. Simple has had a rough past couple of years. With the Russian invasion of Ukraine disrupting his life and family, he is faced with a number of challenges while trying to uphold his reputation as the greatest to ever play the game. Additionally, Simple has been extremely vocal about his criticism of CS2, specifically how the op feels. In his stead, Na'Vi is rumored to sign young opera Wonderful from Sprout as a replacement for Simple. While he has huge shoes to fill, Wonderful has proven to be one of the best young prospects in Counter-Strike, and it'll be interesting to see how IGL Alexi B works him into the team. With Simple's break from CS, he could be refocusing his career as fans eagerly await to see what the GOAT of Counter-Strike does next. Now, the other star opera. Shiro has decided to step down from Cloud9, and the org has made him available to transfer. In a statement on Telegram, Shiro said that this was the hardest decision of his career, and he thanks his teammates for their support. This announcement comes after Shiro's worst performance at an event in 4 years at IEM Sydney, as we covered in our last video. This basically signals the end of the Cloud9 experiment, as they lose a top 5 player in the world. This is devastating for Cloud9. In the meantime, they have signed former Na'Vi IGL Blumich as a stand-in for Shiro. Next, G2 has confirmed that young star opera Munacy is untouchable, and they would not be open to moving him in any way. On the other hand, they have not been so crystal clear with star rifler Nico, basically saying that he would be extremely difficult to replace, while rumors say that G2 is shopping him around. Meanwhile, Ninjas in Pajamas has shuffled their roster, benching Brolon and Hampus, and elevating Esatag from the bench, and Maxter from the Academy squad. However, there have been rumors that NiP has been interested in signing Glaive, former Astralis IGL, who's currently on their bench. Across the continent, Saudi-owned Falcons are rumored to be trying to put together a super team, with 4-time major winner Magisk from Vitality and his former coach Zonik rumored to have completed a deal. Falcons is also said to be pursuing Nico from G2, Snappy from ENCE, and Wonderful from Sprout. However, Wonderful is also rumored to have completed a deal with Na'Vi, which I've said before. Finally, FaZe star Twists has been rumored to return to Team Liquid, albeit Liquid is an entirely different roster at this point, with the exception of old teammate Nav. Pain star Skulls has also been rumored to be signing with Liquid. If all rumors are to materialize, Twists would be joining Cadian to create a potential Liquid super team with Yakindar, Nav, and Skulls. It has been a crazy past few weeks in Counter-Strike, and we'll be keeping you updated as rumors materialize or dissolve in the coming weeks. And that's it for this week on the Esports JuiceBox. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Pretty good, huh?